in the AS350, the Council one, and Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. So I'm already taken off. This is pre-recorded flight track because I'm comparing the Microsoft Flight Sim Map Enhancement available on Flightsim.to. So this is hopefully we're showing across all the 4 screens. So we have default, and then we've got Google Maps Pro and Arcgis, and then Bing latest. So just to show you the difference, I just try to sort of pick one that sort of went through from 2 to 3 different huts through the parameters, just so you can see. Hopefully it shows up nice and clear, like how good some of it is. Some of it's better, and some of it, and other ones it's not as good. It's more washed out. So you'll notice on some of them, probably more so when we come into land, you'll notice on the more washed out ones there's less vegetation on the ground, like grass, because the way the sim does it is, the greener it is, I think the more grass it'll place on the ground by default, or just auto. Like, it's just how it works. So if it's a lighter colour or a dark colour that's not green, it kind of just doesn't have anything, so it looks a bit more bare. Probably better for performance wise, but yeah. But you'll notice some of them have better clarity on the ground, like the Bing Maps Enhanced, the Bing latest has some pretty good high clarity, but my personal favourite would probably be the Arcgis servers using their high definition photos. It's some areas are washed out, but other areas, the lighting and the coloration of the photos is just that much better. So yeah, it's really a personal choice, and because it's different and you get a bit more of a patchwork effect, because obviously the default stuff is it's nice and sort of, the aerial photos are very nicely seamlessly stitched together as such, whereas these other ones they're just downloading them straight off the servers of the, obviously, the whatever provider you choose to go with. But if you're flying in an area a lot, you might be able to experiment with it. It's available for free on Flightsim.to. It's called MSFS Map Enhancement, and I've just been playing around with it. I actually bought the Pro version for a month, which means you can use the Google Earth Pro stuff, which is slightly better than the Google Earth Standard, and it's a bit more up to date, obviously, than just the standard Google Earth stuff, which is available on the free version. But the Arcgis stuff is probably my personal favourite, which is available on the free version. So I'm possibly just going to keep using that, because I really like the clarity and the colour in certain areas of the Arcgis, which you'll see coming up a little further along. This is more of a washed out area if you're looking at the Arcgis one. But there's a little bit of area to the south where I just really like the coloration. So once we get to the Tin Kettle Hut, I think. So as you'll see, like the 2 Bing ones have the most grass here because of their greener, more lush colour. The Google Earth one is probably a little bit too much blue tinge in it and quite shadowed in places. But then that varies because some areas it must depend on when the photos have been taken. So this is probably still the Bing latest is a little bit oversaturated, probably because it obviously hasn't had any adjustments done to it like the actual default Bing stuff in the sim. Whereas the Google Earth, yeah, it's very blue. You'll see, and sort of a bit saturated too in places just with the shadowing. But yeah, my personal favourite is Arcgis. As you can see, I think we're just coming up on a boundary change shortly with the tiling of the photos. And like in VR, I've found some areas where the Arcgis stuff is in certain areas, and you're looking out, flying through. Just the combination of the clarity, the coloration, and just the lighting on the photos just sort of makes you kind of the immersion level takes a big jump because it just looks almost real looking out. I was just trying to slow down here. I think that obviously I'm narrating this after I've flown it because it's I had to try and keep it so I had the same fixed view to try and give it a bit more of an accurate side-by-side comparison. And yeah, I was sort of looking at the map trying to find the same route, and I lost a little bit of pace where I was there, where the hut was, so I had to try to find it. I think we're coming into the Tin Kettle hut, I think. And that was the Mangamari hut we just landed back at before when we took off from the void. And we're going to end up at the Haumingi hut. So in this little valley here where we are now, my personal favourite is definitely the Arcgis overlay aerial photos. Just looks so much more realistic, especially in VR. Like, it sort of changes the whole look of the sim, to be fair. Slow up here into Tin Kettle. A couple of deer floating around. All these huts are in the new Kaimanawa Ultimate Pack. Right, we'll head out to the Haumingi. But as you can see in the background where the photos change from, it must just depend on when the photos are taken, I suppose, but you do get the harsh lines. So if you're flying any long distance sort of flights, yeah. But it doesn't look quite as good when you see those harsh lines, but at the same time, when you're actually down in the valleys and that, some of the areas are just that much better. I'm kind of playing with it all the time now and turning it on for different areas or using different servers, but Arcgis I've found is definitely my go-to. Especially in the Kaimanawas anyway. I'm not sure about other areas, I haven't really flown too much other places lately, but I'll have to try. But just videos just purely to try and show you, just even though it's only a small area, but just a side-by-side comparison of what is actually out there, like on the different servers. Here we are at the Haumingi. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one.